Hello everybody and welcome to our late Wednesday night comment review video. It's been a busy day today, so here we are. Read some YouTube comments from last week. Some good ones, some bad ones, I don't really know. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's see what the YouTube community, this is a sample of it, has to say. Adam TCG says, I bought my one overpriced box from 401 Games, as usual. I want the 3 adventure cards and the Omnimon and that's it. I do like the cool borders, but all the SP cards are meh. On to BT22, let's go. So the point I made in my one video, like the SP cards in this AX9 are just, if you're a Machine Drum 1 lover or a DM toolbox trait lover, it's for you. If it's not, you forget it. It's not for you. So, try to find cheaper boxes, move on with life. But yeah, it's nice. It's a beautiful thing. Try not to spend too much money on boxes. Juggernaut says, do a Vent Pack 8 video. I tend to listen to my YouTube member community, so I might just sneak that in. Maybe, we'll see when the time comes. However, as far as YouTube membership goes, this week, after this week is over, and basically this week is Pokemon Go Fest, I know, and then Tuesday is Canada Day, and I'm taking the Monday for myself as well, nice little long weekend. So after Canada Day on the 1st, I'm going to be posting some deck profiles for EX9. We have cooked a little bit. There's some cooking. We had some finished meals. And we'll upload some deck profiles for EX9. Just so you guys know. Dark Lord Curo says, the only thing I'm interested in that box is the Wind Guardian support, which will likely be cheap. More money spent on B22. Yeah, that's true. It's singles for you, and you have a lot of money left over for all Wind Guardian stuff you're buying. You are not going to be spending a lot of money at all. Wait till release day, maybe even a little bit later than that. Jared Murdoch, one thing to think about. B21 laid a strong foundation for a lot of themes that will get support over the next few sets. Adventure, App, Galactic Hero, all those tamers, those promos, it'll go up quickly. If you think so, you should invest in the set. It could be a set like BT17, which was, for the longest time, less than your average booster box. And then all of a sudden, one day, everything changed, and it's now one of the most expensive boxes. If you believe in that, then you should put your money where your mouth is and go for it. I have no real official or unofficial advice on BT21 at this time. I can tell you that Digimon has a promo problem, and there are some good promos in that set, and that, over time, could definitely drive it up. But, we'll see what happens, for sure. I do like what he's cooking, though, in the brain. I think there is some stock to it. I'll have to look it over, maybe the next sealed market watch. Captain Noms. I got one of every sealed box, and wondering if I should try to sell off the hot boxes or just sell it all as one chunk. In other card games, in my experience, if you can, instead of doing the one-offs, if you sell a set to a collector, the right collector will pay you oodles. And yeah. So, if it was me, if I had one of each box sealed, I would just keep the collection. I'd wait until I had, 50 boxes, and then try to mass sell. So that's nice. Justin So says Mario is hot. I am aware, but thank you for pointing that out. I always appreciate those comments. Short range. Why is it so hard for people to admit they made a mistake? It's the biggest indicator of a wise, immature person. I can't get behind this comment more. It is true. If you make a mistake, just admit it. Obviously, try not to make mistakes, because some mistakes are really, really bad. Some are whatever, who cares? It's I don't know. If I told you, for example, that Sasanomon Ace came out in BT7, and you're like, well, wait, Mario, it did not come out in BT7. That was regular Sasanomon. I'm like, oh, my bad. Whatever. There are harmless mistakes, and there are more grave mistakes that you should really try to avoid. But the important part, if you do make a mistake, big or small, is own up on it. And this is a good testament of character. I'll give you an example of this. In my little accounting world, in Mario's accounting world, by the way, it's not called that. I straight up, my staff, forgot to email a client some important documentation. So the guy calls and he's like, "Where's my papers?" And we're like, "What do you mean?" And then turns out, yeah, it just slipped through the cracks. So I apologized to the guy. I said, "Yeah, messed up. Here you go. Sorry about that." And it was all good. So yeah, if you make mistakes, own it. Very important lesson. I have no idea if this guy is being sarcastic and trying to say I don't own my mistakes or just a general thing. I have no idea. I'm just going on the assumption that it's just good, wholesome advice. If you make a mistake, just admit it and fix it for next time. That's all. No big deal. Yazwart. Mario, your personality is the reason I watched you before any other Digimon TCG content creator. I will quit the TCG if you stop posting, and that's a promise. You've helped me in more ways than one ever since I first started. You know, I see this more often than I wish I did, because it sucks, because I'm not going to be doing this forever, you know. I'm 32. I turn 33 in a few weeks. I'm getting old, you know what I mean? And I got to start focusing on other things in my life if I'm going to retire in my early 50s, which is the plan. You know, there will not be Digimon channel videos on this channel forever. I'm going to tell you that straight up. I don't know if it's going to end in 3 months. I don't know if it's going to end in 3 years. See what happens with the online client or Bandai's direction or whatever, you know. But, you know, it's bittersweet that people love me that much. That's the sweet part. To where they will quit if I'm no longer around. That's the bitter part. But I appreciate that. It's very nice. And then we have Mdogman. I love the negative doom posting jerk. Keep it up, brother, from all of us negative jerks out here. You know, us pessimists gotta stand strong together. Pessimism is perfect. That's right. I'll be the first to admit it. And I will even go further. I am the most pessimistic pessimist I know. I really am. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being overdramatic. I make other pessimists look like optimists. That's just who I am. That's just my personality. If you don't like that, you have a door somewhere you can walk out of. Somewhere around. I don't know. Whoever watching this video. Quartzman. Other than the normal Omni line, now we talk about B222 Omnimon. My mind goes to Galaxy as the bottom end. Also, you can warp using the Agumon you mentioned if you run both Nokia for 3 colors. Nice. It is nice. You know, the Omnimon isn't that bad. Like we said, it's just got some struggles, right? PP squeeze. I'm looking forward to BT2 to Omnimon. Overflow from the Ace feels really bad, and there is so much removal in the game. Would be nice to have a glass cannon stack. So that guy's looking on the optimistic side, the full glass cannon stack. Yeah, you're just gonna go nuts with your stack, and that's okay. That's a good thing. But this next commenter, Risberry, says the Metal Garurumon and Wargreymon are great, the Omni not so much. So yeah, definitely hit or miss. And this Omnimon I feel is definitely kind of a miss. But what are you going to do? There will be plenty of other Omnimons to come out that'll make up for this one. I can guarantee that, unless they quit making the game. Benjamin Wiseman. Magnumon X is still topping major tournaments, and the card is limited to a BT16 secret until a $200 set comes out. I definitely buy now while it's under 50. It's still arguably the most powerful card ever printed in the game. That might be a stretch. I do definitely give it top 5. But yes, it's still good, and it is kind of cheap right now. And let me tell you, people will not be thinking about this card in the upcoming sets. It will get cheaper unless something crazy happens. I'm banging on my window. It's weird. Dino Wrestler. The fact that you can play both the new level 6 aces for the new Ultra Res off Zwart is a reason people want this now. Which is true. Yeah, you just play the Crest and the Blitz off the Zwart, and you just do your combo all over again. It's insane. It's a good combo. It's the deck. It's going to kill you if you're not careful. If you don't kill it first. And lastly, Magic Sunglasses. I do think Omnimon Zwart is moving closer to potentially being banned. Its design didn't take into account being able to play out 2x Mega level Digimon. Back when it was designed, aces were not a thing. Being able to play out 2x Megas is pretty unfair, especially in instances like Mastermon Ace, which on play some another free Digimon. Might not be topping right now, but I think we can all agree that the interaction is pretty stupid. Why do we have to wait until it's tier 0 when we all know it has the potential to go that way? I'm unsure if this guy's talking about like the old BT5 Omnimon Zwart. He might be. And yes, it can bring back 2 Megas now. Absolutely can do that. it's definitely an interesting combo piece. Um, but I would argue that if you're talking about BT5 Omnimon Zwart, I think I agree with you that Omnimon Zwart was not meant for that. But doesn't matter, is the real question. Like, if you're going into Zwart, BT5 Zwart, to combo off, why aren't you just using the cards that you have today to combo off anyway? Why are you skipping a scene? You know what I mean? Like, it's just doesn't make sense. There are some people on the internet that think the new Zwart needs to be banned. And, like, it's way too hard to get out. If it was super consistent and everyone could do it, okay, different story for sure. But I don't think we're there yet. Maybe one day we will be, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But for now, it's whatever. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!